Now, there's a gentleman by the name of Samuel Nathan Brown who spent 24 years in prison for police corruption. And from his cell block, he actually wrote what is considered Proposition 6 to basically, it's pretty much about involuntary servitude. And that got missed in California by just a few thousand votes. Can I get your take on that and how close that was basically going into pass?
In Trump's last presidential bid, he said he warned black people that if you didn't study your history, what happened to you then can happen to you again. They just passed legislation down in Mississippi for all white judicial system. When it comes to African Americans as a whole in this country, we don't make a good showing of ourselves consistently. We are the minority here. We are not the majority here. We just seen the current president remove laws that were established for equality and all of this diversification and all of that. The whole BLM thing set us back a long way because all they saw was our people terrorizing, destroying, looting, and stealing.
That's facts.
So you got to understand, if you look at history, look at the Black Panther Party, look at Martin Luther King, look at Malcolm X, look what happened to the NFAC with Grandmaster Jay. Grandmaster Jay got charged with the same charge with the guy who killed Breonna Stewart in Kentucky. He used a shotgun to look through the scope on top of a building to see who was on top of the building, but he had a legal militia. He gone for 10 years in prison. If you think that these people who fought to establish this country, if you think they're gonna surrender it easily, you're wrong. They stormed the Capitol when they stole their last election. We haven't seen that since the 1700s.
That's facts. That's facts. Now, for those on Gangsta's platform here, they say, hey, Big Homie CC, we heard about him at these parties, him bodyguarding for certain people. Let me ask you, when it comes to, covering somebody, who's it harder to deal with, someone from the South or someone from the East Coast? You in the South now.
Okay. So what would the DMV be considered?
I would say that's East Coast.
East Coast.
Baltimore.
Okay, so where's Wale from the DMV, right?
Wale is DMV.
Oh, the man Wale, at the peak of his fame, would show up to the club, leave out of his private section, and go down to the bar. Next thing you know is women screaming. There are dudes pounding on the bar like, man, we've been buying these females drinks all night. And here come Wale standing at the bar, and now they ignoring us. That'll put you in a jam. Like, in the South, you warn them 1 or 2 times about something, they gonna stick with that. Like, all right, cool, all right. You know what? Yeah, you're right. But like East Coast dudes, they very opinionated. And a lot of times they state their opinion as a fact. You feel me? And when it comes to covering them, definitely one more tricky than guys from the South. Because I had to cover Plies one time. Plies did not move. He stood, he said, hey, big dog, I'm standing right here. I'm on your shoulder. He did not move at all the whole night. Wale, on the dance floor, bro. Custom sneakers that nobody will ever see. And he on the dance floor, kicking it. I'm like, bro, you can't do this right here. And he had a little speech for me while he had to do it, so I had to be right there in the paint with him.
Do you ever get the type of celebrity that acts a little more diva than the next, and What city were they probably from without saying no names?
Man, bro, the most diva people, bro, is from L.A. Like, bro, I'll take 10 New York people, 10 people from the deep south any day than people from L.A., bro. Like, because you can tell when a group of people, they only could come to this place to party. After this, it's over. People in the South, they got a bootlegger. They got people with the moonshine. Guys on the East Coast, they'll call the club owner. Like, look, man, me and about a private group, we gonna pull up, son. Yo, B, we gonna come shake and move and shake for a second. They keep the club open for them. LA people, you know, I try to avoid that. If I can, I will. Especially if I got Dugan with me. Because if I got Dugan with me, he not trying to negotiate at all. He's like, all right, Gordo, it's time to go. They don't want to listen. We got our cheese. I said, yeah, but bro, we still, I don't know, well, we got to go. You try not to go through back and forth with people like that. But for sure, LA people was definitely the most diva-ish.